Hi friends, today what we're going to do is we're going to take what we did last week, graphing linear inequalities, and we're going to take it into systems of inequalities. So when you think about way back in October, November, we did equations, and then we started looking at systems of equations. And what a system of equations was, we were looking for that point that satisfied both equations. And we did it by substitution, we did it by graphing, we did it by elimination, equal values method. So today we're going to kind of use that idea with systems of inequalities. So if with an equation we looked for one point that worked with both equations, here we're looking for all the points that work in both inequalities. So to do so, what we'll do is we're going to plot both inequalities on the same set of axes, and we're going to look for where do their solution regions overlap. All right, so example one. So we have two inequalities here. We're going to start graphing the top inequality. So it's got a y-intercept of -2. So I'm going to move my graph here. I have a y-intercept of -2, and my slope is -5/2. So I'm going to go down 5, right 2, because I put that negative on the numerator. So down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 2, and I'm going to reverse. Up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and left 2. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to connect these. Now, keeping in mind, do I need a dashed line or a solid line? In this case, solid. So I'm going to go ahead and put my solid line through my points. And now, because it's an inequality, I need to shade. So I'm going to choose 0, 0. 0 is less than or equal to -5/2 times 0, which is 0, minus 2. Is 0, I'm going to write it here because it's kind of hard to remember, is 0 less than or equal to -2? No, it's not. This is not a solution. So this side here, I'm going to shade. All right, so that's my first inequality. Now I need to graph my second one. I have a y-intercept of 2. I have a slope down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, and reverse. Up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. This will be a dashed line. And I'm going to check 0, 0. So 0 less than 2. That does work. So now I'm going to shade below this line. So what I'm looking for is the intersection of my shaded region. So where do the overlappings, or where do the shadings overlap? And they overlap right below this dash line to this point, and then left of this solid line. So what we're going to do, I'm going to kind of trace that outline a little bit. And then we're going to like emphasize or double shade. So we're just going to make this nice and dark. And that would be my solution. That would be my answer to the system. Any point inside this double shaded region will satisfy both this inequality as well as the second inequality. All right, we're going to do one more. Example 2. I've got two things going on here. The first thing is this is not in slope-intercept form, my first inequality, so I need to put it in slope-intercept form. So I need to subtract 3x. 2y is greater than or equal to -3x minus 2. Divide by 2, so I divide everything by 2. That gives me y is greater than or equal to -3/2 x minus 1. All right, so I have a intercept of -1. I go, oh man, so many negative slopes here. down 3, right 2, down 3, right 2. Maybe I did that on purpose because that's where we struggle. Up 3, left 2, up 3, left 2. This should be a solid line. So let's go ahead and make that solid. Now check 0, 0. 0 greater than or equal to -1. Yes, that's true. So I shade the right side of my line. All right, and then I have this one that doesn't have a y, just has an x. I got a lot of questions on that last week, so I want to make sure we go over that. X is -4, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. -4 on the x, and it's actually a vertical line. So I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, and it's dashed. And it's dashed. So dashed, dash, 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 dash. All right. 0 for x. 0 greater than -4? Yes, it is. So that's going to be everything to the right of my line. So where is the double shaded region? Well, it's actually it's right here and then down here. That's where my purple and my green overlap. So this is going to be my solution region. So anything in that double shaded region is going to work in my system. And that is solving systems of linear inequalities through graphing.